Welcome back, my dear students. In this lecture here, we are finally going to learn how to link CSS externally in another different folder and file, of course, right? So let's go ahead and do that right now. So I'm going over here. If you see that every time I switch around and go to a different page, and it will be displayed on the left side in the browser. So I want to go to blank.html and let's do a save as here, and let's call this external. Right? This is gonna be really exciting. Right? I hope you're having a great day. If not, just get happy because this is about to get really exciting. All right. So we got the external.html here, right? So perfect. So how do we link to another file? All right. First of all, we need to understand that in order for us to have CSS somewhere else, all right, we also need another type of file. It's going to be with another different extension. But as a matter of fact, let's go ahead and link it first, and I'll show you exactly the type of extension it is. All right. So first, let's put a element here, just just for information purposes only. Actually, for demonstration purposes only, because we need to style this so I can show you that how it works, right? So we're going to say something like, "Hey, student, thank you for being here today. You make me happy." All right, it makes me happy to see that people are actually getting some valuable information, believe it or not. And that's just the way I am. So now to link this, we're going to go in the head tag. And remember, I told you that this is a non-visual part of the document, all right, from the head above, that actually does some type of work, right? We're going to be doing some type of work, right, within the browser, right? The browser is going to be representing this type of data as a working data, and this is actually the visual area, all right, where we represent everything inside the HTML document, right? This is a non-visual that does some type of work, and this is the visual, all right? So anyways, now let's go ahead and use this tag here to link our page, but let's see how it's formatted to link our CSS. All right, so the way it is formatted is like this, and this is one of those that don't need, actually, hold on, link that don't need a closing tag. All right, it doesn't need a closing tag, it doesn't need an ending HTML tag. So now what we need to do is actually give it some attributes. The first attribute that we need to give it is the relationship. What is the relationship of this document with this next document that we are going to be linking to? Well, the relationship is, well, I think it's a style sheet. What do you think? Well, it is a style sheet. That is the relationship. Style sheet. So it's going to be a style sheet. The next is, where is this file located? All right. So now we don't have the file yet, but we will make the attribute. And it's going to be an href, just like an anchor tag. Remember that? And now we're not going to put anything here for now, because we need to go ahead and make that. So what I really want to do is, and I could do it right here, I can just right click on and make a new folder, and I will do it actually. There is easier, instead of going to this folder right here and doing a folder. It actually is clear. It's clear, more clear if I go to the folder. So I'm going to go to that folder on the desktop, HTML. I'm going to right click on it, and I'm going to make a new folder called CSS. All right. For this, CSS stands for cascading style sheets. All right, that's what the CSS stands for. Enter. And now, like I was about to do, you could do it here, and you can right click on it and make a new folder. All right, I just wanted you to be clear that we are making a new folder here. And this is the way to actually do it, because what you want to do is keep your style sheet separated, keep your images separated from your HTML files. All right, so I'm just gonna delete this JPEG that was there. So now inside the CSS, we're gonna have to put a file here. All right, so now I'm gonna go inside this folder, and I should have it right here, and I'm gonna right click on it, and I'm gonna create a new file, and this new file is gonna be called style dot, and this is the extension that I was talking about, CSS. Enter. All right, so now we are creating CSS, pure CSS here. But before we do that, and now this is right here, and this is the external there, so we can go ahead and manage it from here. All right, so let's go to the external.html, and you can see the path right here on top, and let's put that address. All right, so that path is CSS forward slash, because this is the path, the folder, and the name of the file is style.css. Perfect. And now a quick way for us to find out if it's actually really working is that we can go to the external.html, the browser right here on the page, and we can right click on it. Actually, let's refresh. Right click on it and view page source, and you can see the link right here, and it's actually a link. Actually, let me just minimize it. You're gonna see a lot of things here that in reality we don't have. This is just our co-editor applying this data, brackets, attributes, and stuff like that. But if you open this in a regular, without our co-editor like this, and you drag it, you drag the file that's inside the CSS folder, you drag it to the browser. Now we can see the file for what it really is, right? So view page source, and now we don't see anything here because there is nothing on this style.css. All right, so we know that it is working, because if it wasn't working, the page would tell us that the file was not able to be found. So we know that this file exists. That's one way of knowing that it does exist. But another way of actually finding out if it's really linked, we go to that external.html, we drag it in here, make it a little bigger, right click on it, view page source, and here you see this, we have a link here. We can right click on it and open new tab, and we can see that is actually linked to our page. If we would have clicked on that and the path would have been wrong, and let's do the path, let's mess up the path right here. There we go. And I'm messing up the path. All right, and I'm gonna refresh. I'm gonna view page source, and if I click here, it would tell me this web page was not found. All right, but I did this within this external.html inside the markup by doing the view page source. All right, so it doesn't work. But in order for this to work, you need to do right click and open new tab. All right, so that's one way of knowing that this is linked. Now let's go ahead and write something on that file. Let's go to style.css and let's write the same that we did on the last one, right, on the internal one. So let's actually copy that down. I'm gonna go to the internal, which is in the working section right here, internal.html, and I'm gonna copy this whole thing. Copy, go back to style.css, and I just paste it in there. We don't need the style tags here, okay? We don't need that because this is a CSS page, all right, a CSS file. We don't need those styles. The reason why we have these styles in the internal here is so that way we can embed, all right, we can let our document know that we are going to be doing styles in there, all right, because this is an HTML document, so we need to let the browser know, right, that we're doing some styles, we're doing some CSS, and that's how we let it know. But here the browser already knows that this is a .css, that this is a CSS page, so we don't need to tell it that it is, because we have a .css extension, right? So let's go back to it, and now if we go to our external, refresh, right here we see that it's not working. So let's find out, because I think we messed up the link right here, and we need to fix that path. There we go, save. Let's go back and refresh, and now you can see that all those styles are applied from the external style sheet, and we can verify that very quickly by going to the style.css and blowing this up to 100 pixels. Let's refresh here, and there you go. All right, so now we are actually applying some CSS, doing external work on this document.html page. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lot of fun in this one, and I hope this lecture was able to show you something really valuable, and I think it has. So anyways, see you in the next one. It was a pleasure. Bye bye.